Yes, it's true. The government of Dubai is looking for foreigners. They are running a fully funded program to hire foreigners in. In fact, the government of Dubai is the one who's taking you in, paying you money, covering all your costs, giving you training, and getting you placed in Dubai. This is the Dubai Business Associates program. Anyone in the world can apply for this. There is very basic eligibility criteria, and I have some really meaty details about how you can strengthen your applications. The source of my information today is one of the fellows that made to this program last year. So in 2021, he was one of the fellows in this program. He's currently working in Dubai. He applied to this program after watching one of my videos on either TikTok or Instagram and got through it 2 years ago. So I have all the information on how you can make sure that you have a very strong application so that you also increase your chances of getting into this program. So if you are looking to get paid by the government of UAE to move to Dubai, then this video is for you. Stick around. Hello and namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for stopping by. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and do all the fun stuff that you can to show support just in case you like this video. This will also make sure that you stay updated with all the fun stuff that's happening around the world and that you are able to level up your career globally. Before we start this video, I have a crazy announcement to make. Me and Team Globalogy are doing our first ever Globalogy tour. We're going to 5 cities. We're going to Dubai, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Bangalore. We're covering all of these cities in Jan and Feb 2024. You will be able to come in, do an in-person masterclass with me, where we will discuss a lot of amazing things about 2024, about how you can plan your move abroad. You'll also meet my team and will individually give you ideas on which countries you should personally move to. I will leave all the sign-up links in the description box, so please come in full force and I hope to see you there. Now let's get into the video. So this video is divided into 3 segments. The first up is the program overview, what is the eligibility criteria and all of that. So we're going to go through what the benefits and the eligibility is. Second, we're going to talk about how you can strengthen your application. And third, I'll give you all the secret tips that you need to make your application strong here. So let's go to segment number 1, talking about the program. Okay, so the program here, as you can see, this is the Dubai Business Associates.ae program overview. Let's talk about the program itself. It is run under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He is the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai. So you can see that this is literally run by the government of Dubai itself. This offers outstanding and ambitious graduates an unrivaled and fully funded opportunity to study and do business in Dubai. So this is like they will train you and get you placed. We'll look into that later as well. It is a bridge from higher education into the professional world, and obviously a bridge between cultures, meaning that they're really looking at just international candidates. Now this program, like I said, is open to anyone in the world. All nationalities in the world can apply for it. But let's first see what the program offers you. So it offers you a combination of hard skills, soft skills, consulting skills, practical work experience over a period of 9 months. So you'll have some academic modules, you'll have placements, you'll also have strategy consulting. So apart from giving you all the training, paying for all of it, they will also help you get placed in local Dubai companies. Of course, you'll be meeting a lot of industry leaders, CEOs and all of that. So a lot of exciting things that you will also get. And here's a little bit more. So hard skills, soft skills, and cultural understanding, because obviously UAE is a very different culture from wherever you're going from. There's some info about the management team as well. You can read that on your own. I do want to get into program timeline now. So for the first 5 weeks, they will teach you academic stuff. Then they will have a break of 1 week where you tend to work with a lot of the corporates that are coming. Then you have placement and immersion, 12 weeks of that. And then there are 2 more academic models. So typically this program starts in September and ends by March. They also offer a lot of career and life coaching, mentoring, presentation skills, master classes with business leaders, amazing information, all coming to you at no cost. In fact, you are the one who gets paid for it. And how do I know that? We will go to the FAQ for that. So once you go to the FAQ, it says, I applied to the program in the past. I was not selected to join. May I apply again next year? Yes, you totally should. What are the requirements for applying? So you must have up to 3 years of work experience. You should be a recent university graduate, so up to 0 to 3 years of work experience. And you should be proficient in both the verbal and written English, and ideally 1 additional language as well. You must have an interest in Dubai and a very curious mind. Applicants should have bachelor's degree. However, applicants are not required to hold a degree in business. So you can literally come from any background and you can still get into it. In fact, the person that I spoke to who got through this program by following my content, he had a marketing background, and he said there were people from all fields and all walks of life. Like there were some doctors, there were nurses, there were IT professionals, there were HR people. You also had business owners, like solo entrepreneurs, people who had family businesses. So really it was like a huge cohort, and everybody was from a very diverse field. Now let's talk about what they need in application. So generally they need a cover letter, letter of interest, CV, and a video biography. And both content and presentation are taken into account. This is a very important part because this is something that I learned from the person who got through. He was saying that, sometimes you have very good candidates, but they would also not get in because the presentation was very important here. Not just the content part of it, but also how you present it to them is equally important. It's about 40 fellows who are selected every year, and you can read everything else in the FAQ. I'll talk about the most important thing, which is what is the cost to join the program. There is no cost to join the program. It is fully funded. Here you go. It is completely fully funded. In fact, associates will receive joining airfare to travel to Dubai at the beginning of the program, accommodation in a high standard hotel apartment, medical insurance, residence visa, and airfare back to their home country or point of departure at the end of the program. You will also get a monthly living allowance that is sufficient for day-to-day expenses and even some regional travel. Everything in this is covered. All your costs are covered. Now let's talk about which nationalities are welcome to apply. All nationalities can apply for this. This concludes the segment 1 of this video. We've spoken about the eligibility and what the program offers, and I'm sure you understand that this is really going to benefit you. There's a lot of other info on this page as well, because it'll tell you their partner companies that you can see, like their placement partners, because this also gives you an idea of where you could potentially be working at the end of conclusion of this program itself. Any place that you particularly want to work into. There's also learning partners, who's going to teach you. A lot of other info that's also given on this website. Now let's talk about segment 2, how to bulk up your application and make it really strong. So the first things first that I was told was, like we discussed, that the presentation is very important. So you should make sure that you have a globally compliant resume. So don't try to give information just about your home country. Try to also give some sort of an idea to the audience as to what they're looking into. So for example, if you studied, say, at an IIM, IIT, or any big institution, give context to your audience as to what range of institution you studied into. If you worked, or what range of clients you've worked for, what range of an employer have you worked for. If you worked for a big four, a consulting firm, just as an example, put that in. If you're a doctor, you worked in a hospital, how many patients you've taken care of. So make sure it's a very, very global resume. You also have to do the same thing to your LinkedIn. Now this person specifically, the guy that I'm talking about, just to give you context, he is from India, but he was doing his masters in Eastern Europe. So he was an Indian citizen doing his masters in Europe. In fact, his masters was coming up to conclusion, and he was trying to see if he wants to stay in Europe or go back to India. This opportunity happened. He got through, didn't look back, obviously moved to Dubai, and is still in Dubai. What's interesting is that the company he's working for is not listed here. So I'm guessing that there are other companies that also come in. So because he was applying for a job in Europe, he'd already taken the LinkedIn Masterclass that we do at Globalogy, and that had really helped him. I'm not saying that you should do the same, but definitely consider amping up your LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn presence. I will leave the link to the LinkedIn Masterclass down below, just in case you want to explore or see if this is something that you want to try for yourself, or if you feel like you're good and your LinkedIn is great and it's the best that it can ever be, then sure, of course. Now link all of that back into your resume, keep everything ready. When it comes to your cover letter and all, don't write a cover letter that's just plain and simple about your background and who you are. He told me that he wrote a cover letter that was very, very appealing and towards Dubai. So you have to show them how you're interested in Dubai. He never visited Dubai before, but he did some basic research around UAE, about how his masters could potentially, integrate well into the economy itself, and why he was looking forward to move to Dubai. He did say that he put in some personal aspects as well. Like for example, it was closer to India, so he would want to move there and, continue to work and live and stuff. So he did put a little bit of personal stuff, but not a lot of personal stuff, obviously more professional. And his cover letter was all about how he could benefit Dubai and how he could be a real asset to this program if he was taken in. When it came to his video presentation, he recommended 2 to 3 minutes of personal video, which you want to shoot with nice camera, a good quality camera. You don't need DSLR or anything, but just basic camera. Sit in front of a plain background. You need good communication skills. So obviously write a nice narrative about you. Keep it different from the letter of interest. You don't want to chase the same goals in both the places. So keep the video more about who you are, why do you want to participate, and all of that. He also said that he gave a lot of background information education in his video. So he spoke more about, his background in India, when going to Europe, why did he go there, what did he learn, etc. Like he was also doing a part-time job as a student. So all of that he combined and gave in his video presentation. And with that, we're concluding segment number 2. Let's talk about segment number 3, some hidden tips that he recommended. I think the first thing that even I didn't notice was the fact that this program has an early application and a regular application. He applied in the early application cycle, and then he also reapplied. He got rejected, then he reapplied in the regular cycle. When they saw that this is somebody who's applied again, that's when they were like, okay, you're really interested to come in. And he submitted 2 different videos, kept the same cover letter, but submitted 2 different videos of interest. In the second one, because he'd gotten rejected the first time, he mentioned that, I know that I've been rejected, but this is like something that I really want to do in my life. So that is what he thinks turned the game around for him. I will show you the program timeline so you also understand what I'm talking about. So you can see there is early admissions, which is 1st December to 31st Jan. And then if you get rejected, then you get to know on 15th March. And between 15th March and 1st April, which is the regular application, that's when he put in another application. So highly recommend that you try to get into the early application itself. That's why I'm actually shooting and putting all this content out immediately, because I'm like, this needs to go. After this, the second thing that he recommended was networking. Now there's a whole list of alumni that you can go and check here. So I'm just going to the alumni profiles. Let's go and see that. I know that there are like a host of people who are listed there, and you can always reach out to them on their LinkedIn. So there's a whole list of alumni that's available here. Now, keep in mind that this does not have all the alumni, because this is a very old program. It's going on since 2014-15, I'm not sure, but it's been going on for quite some time. These are just some of the alumni that got either some award, kept in touch, or stayed back in Dubai. So he recommended that you network with some of these people, because they can give you some really good insights into what's going on in the program itself. They can also give you some guidance about, how much money they got, or, what they received, what benefits, did they like it, did they not like it, did they stay back in Dubai, and just a lot of information around it. He also suggested that you go with the most recent graduates, because the program has changed quite a bit after the pandemic. So I would recommend that you just go to the last year, which is year 8. Let's see who we find here. Yeah, there are quite a few people who have an active LinkedIn account that you can actually reach out to. So absolutely recommend doing that, getting in touch with these people, because this person was trying to reach out to older people, and he said like that didn't make a lot of effect or impact for him. But when he went to the program, he was like, okay, yeah, other people have clearly made it. Like other people were able to network and get some ideas and references and guides. So, obviously that works as well. So that's also something that he recommended. Apart from that, he did mention that this is a very competitive program. So don't just apply by the fly. Make sure that you're doing all the detailed homework so that you can maximize your chances here. Lastly, don't forget that it's absolutely free to apply. You don't need to do anything except making sure that you have a very good application. So take your chances, go ahead and apply. I'll leave all the links and the info in the description box. So go ahead, use that, make benefit of it, and get going right now. On that note, this video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, you take very good care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.